Hi, this is Pamela, and I bet you were probably wondering where I've been ever since I hit Wonderland. I've been a little bit behind in making my videos, but I'm going to try to catch up. So this is actually going to be a 4-week update to my gastric bypass. Week 51, so when we last met, it was week 50. I had just gotten into Wonderland at 199.5. Week 51, which was November 12th, I lost 1/2 pound, so I was an even 199. Week 52, I didn't gain or lose. I stayed at 199, so that was a 0 for that week. The 26th of November, I lost 2 pounds that week, and then today, at my weigh-in, I lost 5 pounds. So I am now down to 192 for an overall loss of 170 pounds. And I'm very excited about the 5 pounds, but I have to admit that I was sick over the weekend. The stomach flu went through my house, and I didn't eat very much over the weekend. So hopefully that's a real 5 pounds, and next week I won't have put back some water weight, but we'll see. I'm going to take it. So not a whole lot has been happening in the last 4 weeks. I did go for my 1 year, I did have my 1 year surgiversary. So I went to see my bariatric surgeon for my 1 year follow-up. I have a couple of notes about that. You know, I had mentioned once before, or maybe more than once, that he kind of is not real demonstrative, at least not to the degree I would like him to be. But he did seem very happy with me this time. So I don't think that he was unhappy before. I think it's just that maybe he was in a good mood that day. I don't know. But he did say that I have lost about 80% of my excess weight now. And he said that was better than average. And that, you know, but I still have... to get to his goal, I have, well, now 42 more pounds to go. But he did say I was doing very well, and that, you know, for 1 year it was excellent progress. So I was happy about that. We talked about the, you may know, I had an open incision because I had a real massive hernia prior to the surgery. And it's funny too, because when I first laid down on the table, he had me lay down to examine my belly and everything, and he goes, "Boy, what a difference from when we did the surgery, right?" Meaning, you know, my stomach being a lot smaller and flatter and everything. And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "No, why did we do this open?" And then I said, "Remember I had that giant hernia?" And he said, "Oh yeah, boy, that was a big mess." So that's kind of how he remembers me. I'm the one with the giant hernia that he had trouble fixing. Anyway, he had me again do a couple of leg lifts and things like that, and he felt around to make sure that I didn't have any signs of a hernia developing, because sometimes when you have an open surgery, you can get incisional hernias. But he said everything felt great, and I don't have no hernias, thank goodness, because that was bad what I had before. I did my lab work a couple of weeks prior to going to the appointment, and we went over that. Everything was fine. Everything looked good. Protein, iron, all in a good range. You know, protein was like just into the good range, but it had showed improvement. Each lab work has gotten better and better and better. So I'm doing fine. He did mention the what he called, and a lot of people call the honeymoon period. He said that was generally about 18 to 24 months. And what happens after that is that your body, especially if you had gastric bypass or any of the maladaptive procedures, your body does eventually sort of adapt to that and starts to absorb a little bit more of the nutrients that you're taking in, which, you know, overall is a good thing, but it also means that it can absorb some more calories. So that's kind of what happens after the honeymoon period. That, and the fact that people often get a little bit lax with, you know, what they're eating. They get a little bit more comfortable with eating things they might not have eaten in the beginning, or they lose a little bit of that gung-ho that they have in the beginning of the journey. So those things. But he said that a 10% regain, he sees that a lot. He said it's not necessarily a bad thing. He said, but you know, it's something to watch, and if it starts getting a little bit too much of a regain, then you have to start thinking about changing up something, you know, your diet, or you know, you need to do something to stop the regain. But we're not even at that point yet, because I'm still losing. I'm still trying to get to my goal. So, and then I need to go back, not for another year, and then I'll repeat my labs then. And it made me think when I was there, I remember the nutritionist asking me pre-op, I had to see the nutritionist there, and she asked me what was my goal, you know, what was my goal weight. And that's when I weighed 362 pounds. And I said, I don't know, like anything under 200, I would be absolutely thrilled. And I remember saying that and thinking to myself, yeah, right, you know, I couldn't even fathom that was actually going to occur, that I was actually going to be under 200. So I remember thinking that in his office, that was just a little bit over, well, at that time it was a year ago. And it's amazing that in a year I actually did get under 200 pounds. So if anybody is out there, happens to watch this video and doesn't think that it's possible to actually lose the weight and actually get to a point where you can be active and feeling good about yourself and feeling healthy again, believe it. It can happen. It really can happen. So that's about all I wanted to talk about today. I've been watching some interesting videos lately about NSVs, and I think I may try to do a video about that and about the changes that have happened to me from the beginning until now. And hopefully I will be able to get that done in the next couple of weeks. So everybody take care, and I'll see you on my next update. Bye-bye.